So what did your very first beginner workflow schedule look like as far as staying organized and being efficient?
Oh, I worked really hard. So I put a lot of hours in. Um, Getting up about 6:30, and this is when I did everything the hard way. I didn't know about any apps. I didn't know about any of that. Okay. So I'll give you a few tips of how you can avoid what I did. But I get up about 6:30 and I would map my driving for dollars list. And that was done like by hand by looking at Google Map and seeing which one looks like it would be. So I did not optimize the route correctly. You can now optimize through Google Maps or through Road Warrior. And then about 8 o'clock, I would go ahead and make the list. And then I would look at anything that like Craigslist, Facebook. I'd be looking at how other people were putting their ads as wholesalers so I could get better and better at how I would do my ads. And then I'd also interact in Facebook forums and groups and all of that. So I did that from like 8 to 9. I'd also check out Redfin and see what was going on in LoopNet. So I wanted to see, was there where the houses were selling. I was getting to know what the market looked like, how long the houses were staying on the market, for how much are they really selling for. And then about 9 o'clock, I would leave and I'd do Driving for Dollars for about 3 hours. From noon to 1, I would make it back home. I'd eat lunch. Wow. At 1 o'clock, I would do the property research. And then after doing all the property research at 1 o'clock, I would go ahead and start people searching while I was calling and texting. And then about 6 o'clock, I would start writing my handwritten letters to everybody. And what I did is I just take a white piece of paper and say, "Hi, my name is Mitzi. I drove by your property and it appeared vacant, and I'd like to make an offer. If you're interested, please call or text or email me. And if not, didn't mean to bother you. Have a great day, Mitzi." And I would copy that with yellow notebook paper in the copy machine, and I would do it with blue ink. So when I copied it, it looked like I wrote on all these yellow notepad papers with blue ink. And then I would handwrite the envelopes, put a regular stamp on it, and then mail it off if I wasn't able to reach that person that day. So I would hit them with text message, email, phone, and I would handwrite a letter to them all that day. And then I would start over again the next day after that. What I would do, so it was every other day. I had like A-B days, I guess. So the next day, what I would do, and at the end of the day, I would plan my next day. So then the next day, I would go ahead and I would look at like go section 8 for landlords. I'd call the landlords. I'd call realtors, start developing my networking. I'd call hard money lenders. I do a lot of networking, and then I would follow up with sellers that I tried calling the day before and anybody else that I needed to follow up with. And then I would see if there was a networking event that I could go to. Usually I try to hit like 3 networking events a week. And that really helped grow my business a lot faster. And then the next day, start over again, doing the whole Driving for Dollars, calling, letters. And then on Friday nights or early Saturday morning, putting out bandit signs and trying to figure out where the best place was to put bandit signs that wouldn't be picked up immediately, and do that. Just keep going.
Wow.
I worked a lot, but it was definitely worth it. I learned a lot along the way.
Wow. I mean, if someone's telling me that like they're trying everything, I doubt they're doing what you were doing, starting out to get ahead in this business. I mean, how many hours is that a day?
It was about 12 to 16 hours a day that I was actually working on the business. You got to get the momentum going, and it's like a snowball. As long as the momentum going, it's going to keep on growing and growing. The moment you stop it, it starts falling apart. And so you got to keep your momentum going if you really want something. And, like however much effort you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And at first, yeah, I think I did spin my wheels a little bit because I was focused on the wrong things. I didn't fully understand what produces and what didn't. And then I'd also notice there were certain areas that I didn't want to do. So I would like bottleneck myself there and do something else and realize I wasn't being productive because I was trying to avoid what I really needed to do. But as far as staying organized and efficient, Chloe, I see that side too. I realized I didn't answer that. I used a Google Sheet for all my leads, and I'd organize my leads, and then I'd move it over to the Google Sheet, so I had them all in one area. And then I had a color coding system of which ones I needed that were super hot, warm, and cold. And then we had an idea of how often we follow up with each one of those. And beside it would be, added task. And in the notes would be, called this day, text or emailed, and sent direct mail. And I also did it at this time. So if you called at a certain time, you notice this person never picks up at that time, change the time you're calling them and texting them. So I would also put the time. And so it was a lot of color coding and a lot of notes in different areas. So I could filter and be like, which ones need to be called today? Filter out the column and then just see all the ones that need to be called today. And it actually worked really well, because then also my VA could work off of it and add more numbers if we needed him to start people searching the relatives. There was just a lot of things it could go with. So I actually used Google Drive as much as I possibly could. And I built a Google site that I could put all my leads, the lead worksheet in, all my systems, what the passwords were, everything that I needed in one area. So Google site is something that's really cool. It's almost like your own little website that's free. And I made it look pretty for my acquisitions, dispositions. And for me at first was just my own little operational thing with everything in one place. So it helped me stay organized. And I also used Google Calendar a lot. So everything was free that I used. That worked really well.
I live by my Google Calendar, so I can attest to that. So, wow, that's amazing. So let's see here. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Consider liking this video. It helps the YouTube algorithm so my videos can get shown to more people, so I can help my mission on this channel to help you make over $100,000 in real estate wholesaling absolutely for free. If you're getting any value out of this whole channel or from the clip today, please consider subscribing to the channel. It means so much to me. Have a blessed day.